Hello guys, it's Shrimp time here, and today we are going to have yet another interesting video about shrimp keeping. And today's video is inspired by the beef between Vin Shrimp and Tian. Those two guys started to argue about the Vin line of fancy tigers, the red fancy tigers and black fancy tigers, which, as Vin says, Tian was selling under his system name, the Lightning line and the Thunder line. And according to Vin's information, Tian has never bought his line. And there is a very interesting problem regarding the fact if the Vin is right or if the Tian is right. There's something very interested in this problem, because in Europe a lot of people claims to sell the shrimps from very popular, very famous and very titled breeders like Vin Shrimp, like SkyFish, etc. So many people claims that they've got the Vin's line, they've got SkyFish line, and there is a question: when can you tell that you got a line of this breeder, that your shrimps match the quality with genetics, with the phenotype, with all of the aspects of that particular breeder? To develop this problem, or to develop the vision of this problem, I will give you an example. Somebody bought a SkyFish boa line. If you breed boa shrimps, you will know that from one batch of eggs from one female, you will get about 20 to 30 shrimps. And from this number, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 shrimps will be top-notch shrimps, will be shrimps with very good phenotype, with very nice pattern, with well-colored legs. They will have all the qualities that will let you call those shrimps nice, high-grade shrimp line. So if we know that, there's a question: if you will get only one shrimp tag and you will breed those shrimps for 2 years without any selective breeding, without any culling, there's a question: if after those 2 years you will be still able to call those shrimps the SkyFish line. And in my opinion, you can't. So let's make another example, and after this example I will explain you why you cannot do that. You got those shrimps, those beautiful boas from SkyFish, and now you got 8 tanks for breeding and cooling only those boas, and you are doing your best to breed and cull those boas, to keep the quality, keep the pattern, the coloration, everything. And you are doing a lot of hard work to upkeep the quality of the line. But can you say that those shrimps that you got are the SkyFish or Vin Shrimp line? In my opinion, you still cannot tell that. And there are many reasons that I think this way. First of all, if you buy high-grade shrimps for a very good titled breeder, you can call the shrimps from that breeder line till F1, because when you get F1 shrimps, the first generation, you will have shrimps that breeded from the shrimps that were handily picked by the breeder. None of the breeders that are world class will tell you all the knowledge they got. They won't tell you 100% their methodology of crossbreeding shrimps, of selecting, of culling shrimps. This is one thing. Second thing, a lot of people have some problems with saying if you got a female or male shrimp. And leaving even one male with bad coloration can destroy your genetics, can make it weaker, can provide more shrimps breeding with worse pattern. So this is the second problem. The third problem is the problem of genetics quality. Because if you are culling shrimps, you can come across the problem with very narrow genetics pool that will make it unable to breed healthy shrimps. And a lot of breeders will make separate tanks to continue the line, to continue the way they are culling the line, but to spread a little bit of difference in the genetics. And afterwards, they will cross the shrimps from different tanks, creating another line to enrich a bit the genetics, and afterwards they will again divide this line into two separate lines. And probably you won't have the knowledge to keep the level of the top breeders in the world. So there is a lot of points, a lot of moments that you can weaken the shrimps if we are comparing it with the goal, with the target that this breeder that was selling you those shrimps have achieved. And there's a reason why those people keep the high level of the shrimps for a lot of time. And all of those facts, all of those reasons, in my opinion, are the reason why you cannot say that you got the Vin line. Okay, you got your own line, the line you are working on. You got the line that you are trying to make the best. But on the other hand, I think that always you can say the source of the shrimps that you started with. You can say that you bought those shrimps from the Vin and you are breeding those shrimps and you are trying your best to cool them. But if you won't win any awards in the shrimp contest, and you know my opinion about the shrimp contest, but regarding to that opinion, if you don't have winning shrimps, you cannot say that you got the line that is winning the world championship. It's a bit fraud for me. You need to remember one more thing as well, because a lot of people use those lines even if they are selling the shrimps that they cull from the tank, just to bring the value, the price of the shrimps higher. And that's, for me, it's not honest, because I think that the value of the shrimps shouldn't be defined by the name. The value should be defined by the quality of the shrimps. And the first thing you should look at and that you should watch when you are buying the shrimps are the adult shrimps and the next generation shrimps. If you got a breeder that is transparent, that will show you his own shrimps, that will tell you that this is my main tank. You can see young shrimps, the 1 generation, 2nd generation. Maybe in his social media you can see the history of his shrimps. Then you have a higher quality to get nice quality shrimps. So there is a very, very important lesson to learn on this little beef between Vin Shrimp and Tiendat. Not the name of the shrimp, the quality that you can judge with your eyes, with the transparency of the breeder, is the most important. I even remember one story from my shop that somebody asked me for my black fancy tigers. He wanted to buy them, but someone else was also selling to him black fancy tigers, and we were talking about high quality shrimps. And he asked me what is the line of those shrimps, and I told him that those shrimps are my own line. I didn't create them because I've bought high quality black fancy tigers from Asia, and afterwards I was selecting them, I was working on them, and this is how I achieved this quality. And he told me that he decided to buy Vin's line from somebody that was claiming that is selling Vin's line. And afterwards, unfortunately, he wasn't satisfied. He showed me those shrimps, and I must say that I understand why he wasn't satisfied, because he highly overpaid considering the quality of the shrimps that he acquired. So I wonder, what do you think? Is the name of the line the most important thing, or should you look at the quality and at the tanks that breeder shows? Let me know. And thank you for your time, and keep on shrimping.